Welcome, one and all, to the Comic Multiverse, where the worlds of nerd meet. And honestly, for a second there, I almost stumbled over myself. I'm like, which show is this now, Matt?
Yeah, 2 days in a row we've sort of done one of these, and as you said when we first started the call, it's only been a matter of hours, really.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on too many shows, people. I'm on too many goddamn podcasts. I'm feeling it. It's like, we thought it was such a good idea. Yeah, have a TV podcast. Why don't you? There's lots of good shows to talk about, and it is. Only when it hit me there, I'm like, man, we picked the best time to start it last season because there was only like 2 episodes, and then TV season was done.
Yeah, and we're lucky now because excuse me, Rebels is actually gone on hiatus now.
Is it? Well, it goes on hiatus just in time for the Flash and everything else to come
Yeah,
back.
yeah, we got lucky.
We're gonna be doing this for a bit by the sounds of it. It never stops, and you know what else never stops? The comic news never stops. We actually have quite an interesting selection of stories to choose from this week, I must say.
Yeah, we do. We've lots of stuff happened, lots of really cool stuff as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's been a really good week. The first and foremost thing is with the second trailer for Logan dropped this week.
Yeah, a bunch of trailers actually dropped within like a couple of hours of each other, so it must have been like Trailer Tuesday or something.
I guess it must have been. It's funny, a lot of people asked us on Twitter, Matt, it's like, hey, are you guys going to do like another Trailer Park, which was a show we tried to launch where we basically just broke down the trailers like we used to. And I'm like, man, that'd be a great idea. Only with all the new comics, I got no fucking space to put it in. I don't know when we're going to put it up. I don't know. I don't know anything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to schedule around all these really great comics that are coming out recently, and if only they'd give us a little bit of a break.
It's true, and you know what, I'm like, well, maybe I'll put it up anyway, and then I'm like, well, fuck, no one's gonna want a breakdown of an old trailer. Everything we say is gonna have been said before by the time we do it.
Yeah, and that's like another problem. Like if you don't get it out within the 2 days prior to the trailer coming out, then there's no point really in doing it.
But that being said, talking about the trailer itself, really cool. We got the final 100% confirmation that yes, the little girl in the trailer is indeed X-23, right down to the 2 little claws.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited for that. That's pretty cool.
Well,
I wonder if she has her foot claws as well.
Ooh, oh, boy, you gotta watch the movie for that. You gotta pay full ticket price to see her kick someone in the face with foot claws.
Yeah, yeah, and it looks to be earning its R rating as well, which is cool.
Ooh, yes, it's about damn time after all the X-Men and all the Wolverine movies. It's finally time to have a movie where he can cut fools in half.
Yeah, and X-23's doing it as well. Little 11-year-old girl is cutting people up as well.
There's a death battle for you right there. Hit Girl versus X-23 in this movie. Who's the better killer little girl? That's really awesome. We got to see... This one made me laugh, and I'm sure you laughed too. We got acknowledgement of the X-Men comics in an X-Men movie, but much like the famous line from the first movie, what did you want, yellow spandex? They still kind of had to shit on comics a little bit.
They did, yeah. It got really better when Wolverine has an X-Men comic and they've got costumes and everything. And those costumes look really cool, and we're never going to see those costumes.
No, we're not. He's like, oh, most of this stuff didn't happen, and the stuff that did certainly didn't happen like this. I'm like, God damn it, movies, why is it even when you're winning me over and doing a good job, you still have to put in some jabs there to the source material to let everyone know you're better than comics?
Yeah, they have to no, we're much better than comics. We're films. We're highbrow.
That's a real Fox thing, and I also think it's a real James Madrigal thing, because he did an interview just recently when people asked him, hey, will we be seeing Mr. Sinister in this movie? Because that was the tease at the end of X-Men Apocalypse. Mr. Sinister showed up, or they dropped reference to him, only for Madrigal to be like, yeah, we took him out because we didn't think, he would make sense in this, more Mad Maxy type universe. I'm like, really? You had a supervillain, and then you took the supervillain away?
Yeah, and these movies are set, although according to Hugh Jackman, they're not in the same universe where stuff like Apocalypse and Magneto and Sentinels and everything happened. So, how is that? Yeah, I don't know.
It's funny, too, because some of the scenes do look very Mad Max, very The Road, very The Last of Us, and then other scenes look completely normal, which makes me wonder, are we jumping forward and backward in time? What's going on?
Yeah, it looks really weird. Like, yeah, like some of the like those car chase scenes are very Mad Max, and then it just cuts to like them in a house sitting around a table doing normal things. It's really weird.
Patrick Stewart wears a fedora and sits in a hotel room that looks like a nice hotel room.
And swears.
Oh, that's amazing in the Red Band trailer. Oh my god, getting to hear Professor X say fuck made my day. She's 11 and I'm fucking 90.
And it's even better coming from Patrick Stewart.
He's so good. I love that Patrick Stewart can be this serious Shakespearean actor, and yet he's got like almost this side career in like American Dad and everything, where he gets to swear and people are excited by it.
Yeah, and like American comedies and everything.
I love that he can do both. So, I mean, really beyond that, we get the big thing of X-23. We get to see some cool fights and everything. It looks like it's going for it.
It looks pretty cool, and it comes out really soon as well, like only March.
I know, right? It's hard to believe it's only coming out in March.
Yeah, when I was looking up what movies are coming out and what I'd have to go see, within the span of, I think, a month, every week there's a new big release. Like, we got that Kong movie, we got Guardians. All those movies come out within the space of a week or 2 weeks of each other.
Shit, we're going back into that. And I'm actually going to be away when Logan comes out. That's the weekend of the Emerald City Comic Con. So I'm going to have to try and figure out, either I'm going to have to see it when I come back, or I'm going to have to figure out something for it.
Oh, shit.
But I definitely want to see it. It's funny because I'm going to be out in Victoria after that, and all my little cousins and everything there. I wouldn't be shocked if my aunt's like, oh, you should take them to see that new Wolverine movie. No, I shouldn't take them to see this one. You will be mad at me.
Yes, this one they would not be able to get in.
Hugh Jackman took a pay cut so they could make this one actually violent like it's supposed to be. It will be something to finally see an R-rated Wolverine movie. I wonder, because this is always the deal with Hugh Jackman. He always says, like, oh, this will be my last Wolverine movie, this will be my last X-Men movie, and he always ends up coming back. I wonder if this Wolverine movie gets amazing reviews and amazing, like, critical reception and everything. Do you think he'll be like, maybe I'll come back and do 2 more?
Probably, but what he'll do is he'll leave it off for a little bit, like maybe 2 or 3 years, and then be like, I'm coming out of retirement to play Wolverine one more time.
or you know, not to spoil an old movie now. Do you think they might Harrison Ford this one? Do you think he's like, okay, make it so I can never come back?
It maybe they definitely at the end of this one maybe kill him off.
Wouldn't that be some shit to like actually kill him off, or put him in some sort of situation where they could recast him with a new actor?
Yeah, well, they could definitely do that, like in a way, like he gets so fucked up that that one X-Men comic where he gets thrown into the sun or something and regenerates from like a cell.
Yeah,
and he regenerates as someone younger or something.
Which
you Doctor Who
the shit out of it. It's funny you said throw him into the sun. I'm like, man, what a Superman moment that would be. Wolverine's not dead; he's just fixing the sun.
he's dressed in railroad clothes, fixing the sun.
And when he's fixed it, he'll come back again like Jesus. He'll rise again on the 3rd day when the rights return to Marvel. And he'll actually wear his goddamn costume this time.
Yep.
But in short, Logan looks really cool. Don't be surprised if this ends up being another big hit for them. I think they're already hoping that this will be like a Deadpool-size hit, but in the other direction.
Yeah, I'm just hoping as well that it doesn't mean, well, people like the R-rated movies, so we'll just continue making them for every other movie we have coming out. Because that doesn't work.
That would be a little much. That would definitely be a little much for it. I wonder, too, being R-rated, I wonder if that will affect its gross at all. Because it was one thing for Deadpool, which is new and different. No one had ever seen it before, and it got great buzz and everything. Because a lot of people didn't know who he was, or if they did, they only knew him from, like, internet memes and stuff. Wolverine and Logan, people like, know that and everything. I fear, in, like, my worst-case scenario mind, the same thing will happen to Logan, what happened to, like, Dread or Punisher Warzone, or heck, even the 2 Kick-Ass movies.
Oh, so, like, it'll become kind of like a cult classic but not make a lot of money or something?
Yeah, but not enough people saw it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely, I could definitely see that happening.
that's what I'm worried about it because I mean Jesus, it's like you hear all the stuff where it's like yeah he took a pay cut so they could have the content thing they want and they could have more freedom and like kind of like ideas were changing at Fox where it's like well yeah Deadpool hit so big and we were more hands off on that one. I don't want this one to not do good and them being like well I guess we got to be more hands on for the next ones then.
Yeah, they start meddling a little bit more.
Yeah, that would definitely be a worst case. But definitely keep your eyes peeled to both Cape Joel and Fortress of Solitude. I'm sure both Matt and myself will have reviews of Logan when it comes out. It comes out super soon.
Yeah, first week of March, I think. Or
Yeah.
at least it does for me. I'm not sure about America and
That
whatnot.
usually comes out a little earlier for you. Damn lucky Aussies, you get screwed over on everything else, but you get movies before everyone else.
Yep.
That's the one bit of karmic rebalancing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Now, our next piece of news here is also a piece of movie news, but from the world of live action to the world of animation. Hey, have you seen this? Have you heard about this? Teen Titans Judas Contract. They're finally making it.
Yeah, I kind of figured they'd probably make it.
Well, if you saw Justice League versus Teen Titans, the post-credit scene of that one is literally Terra showing up.
Yeah, that's right. She comes in on that floating thing.
On a big floating boulder, because that's what she does. She controls the Earth, thus the name Terra. What's funny, though, is out of the pictures we've seen, this is clearly a sequel to Justice League vs. Teen Titans, because that's where they dropped the reference to it. But it's the cast from that movie, which was different from the original Judas Contract story. So Damian is actually nowhere to be seen in the pictures that are there so far. We see Nightwing, but for some stupid reason, Nightwing is wearing his red New 52 costume.
Yeah, I stopped trying to figure out a DC animation a long time ago.
Yeah, they seem to be in a poor position right now, and I say that knowing full well that I actually quite enjoyed Justice League versus Teen Titans. I actually thought that was one of the better ones they made, mainly because it looked like they were getting away from the whole shared animated continuity thing.
Yeah, and it kind of focused on characters that weren't Batman and stuff like that, and it had that cool Power Rangers suit up scene.
Sure did. It ironically hit much around the same time as the DC Rebirth happened, so it was kind of hilarious to see them being like, maybe we should get away from this New 52 shared universe we've been building, because that's not even the comics anymore.
Yeah, I remember that when they try to, we're going to connect all our movies, and then like 2 in, they're like, fuck it.
Yeah. Deathstroke is in it, of course, because he was the big villain of the original Judas Contract story in the comics, but he's been redesigned once again.
Yep, but it makes sense since other characters are being redesigned for some reason.
It's so weird. I'm like, I thought the point of doing shared universe like this was to cut costs so you could use the same character models for everything.
Yeah, you would think so, but yeah, they just keep changing them.
They keep changing stuff around. I'm like, why? You're kind of undercutting your own reason for doing this now.
Yep.
It also sucks, too, because, the reason, animation takes so long to do and is such, like, a group effort from everyone, where it's like, yep, we've got our movie voice cast. Oh, but these actors couldn't come back, so we had to recast a bunch of people, so now they sound different in between movies.
Yep.
I'm excited for it. The other Justice League v Teen Titans movie had a real sense of youthful exuberance to it, and obviously, Judas Contract is a really beloved DC story. I'm hoping this is them proving, like, hey, we can still make quality stuff. Please don't remember Killing Joke.
They're trying to get the taste of Killing Joke out of our mouths.
Yes, let's have a fun, cool story with young characters doing fun, young character things. And also, the bar has been set pretty high for Judas Contract adaptations, too, because everyone loves that Teen Titans episode arc they did with Terra and everything. That was pretty solid.
Yeah, so I know a lot of people will either be happy or mad about this.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that this Deathstroke won't be voiced by Ron Perlman. That's one knock against you right there, no Ron Perlman.
Yep.
But isn't that for every movie, though, Matt? Don't you knock every movie one notch for not having Ron Perlman in it?
Yeah. I could definitely see like something like Star Wars being a lot better with Ron Perlman as Darth Vader. You
I
know.
I watched Fantastic Beasts to Where to Find It, and I'm like, man, this movie is really tedious. Whoa, Ron Perlman's in it as a house elf. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm just like, you know what? Screw Eddie Redmayne's poor man's Doctor Who impression. I just want to follow around goddamn Ron Perlman elf and see what he does during a day.
Yeah, that gangster elf was a lot better than Eddie Redmayne.
Eddie Redmayne's Doctor. Man, that's all a Fantastic Beast in a nutshell right there. Man, there's a lot of really interesting characters in this movie I would rather follow than our actual main character.
Yeah.
That's that movie in a nutshell. But hey, you know, we're not here to talk about the Harry Potters. We're here to talk about the Judas Contract. I'm excited for it. I was also excited for Justice League Dark. When the hell is that coming out? That one feels like that one's been coming out forever.
No idea. I'm not. I haven't seen anything about it recently, so yeah.
See, I've been seeing nothing but it. It seems like every day they drop like a new trailer and a new clip and a new like piece of artwork, and I'm like, is this even coming out? It feels like it's been coming out forever.
Yeah, well, when's the next? Oh, the next big con's not until like July or something, isn't it?
Yeah, don't they usually show it off there? It says it comes out February.
Oh, okay then.
February 7th, which that's still a ways away. I mean, I guess we'll get it next month, but it feels like they've been hyping up Justice League Dark forever.
Yeah, well, I think it's mainly because whenever the previous movie comes out on DVD, that's when they have the
Little bonus.
the like
feature,
the sneak peek, and that usually comes out like a year previous, so it's like a year of hype. So yeah,
absolutely, and they're usually like, oh no, wait, actually, it comes out sooner. I'm looking at it right now. It gets released in digital, which means iTunes and everything, on January 24th. So in 2 days, it comes out.
Oh, okay. There you go.
We'll be seeing it in 2 days, and I'm sure Matt and I will talk about it. Maybe I'll do a review on it. Did I review the last couple animated movies? Oh yeah, I did review Killing Joke. I very disappointedly reviewed Killing Joke.
Yeah, so did I. So I'm probably going to have to review this one as well.
We'll probably do this one, and people will probably want us to do a commentary on Justice League versus Teen Titans before Judas Contract.
Oh yeah, probably.
That'll be fun. So look forward to that in the near future. People fucking loved our Batman v Superman one. I looked at the numbers on that one. The retention on that one was great. Thank you, everyone, for watching that one and loving that one as much as you did. We picked the perfect day for it, too, to release it on Christmas Day.
Yeah, and remember, people were like asking us since the movie came out on DVD. So
yeah, we made them wait just long enough. What's the next one you want us to do, everybody? I think the next one people wanted was Apocalypse, right? We'll have to do that. Maybe we'll have to pick a day. We'll do Apocalypse before Logan comes out.
Oh,
yeah, I know, right? I agree, but we can get into that. We can get into why it's when we talk about it.
Yep.
And speaking of ideas that make me go, what? And raise an eyebrow, did you read Monsters Unleashed this week, Matt?
I did.
I did too. We'll talk more about that when we get to it, but hey, once again, Marvel being really terrible about spoiling the end of their events before they actually come. Get used to the cast of Monsters Unleashed, because Cullen Bunn and Marvel have announced that it's going to be getting its own ongoing series once it's all done.
Oh, well, at least it's being written by the guy who's actually writing the main book at the moment.
That's nice. You can't mess with that. But yeah, that little kid, the little kid who does the drawings that may or may not turn into monsters, we don't know. It's been one issue. Yeah, apparently it's him and a whole team of monsters that are going to be in an ongoing series now. So I guess he's fine and lives to the end of the story.
Yeah, I can probably get into that. But yeah, I don't like that it spoils the series, because I was hoping to see this series through without getting spoiled like I did in Civil War 2.
Mm-hmm. Or X-Men versus Inhumans, because we know how that's going to end with new solicitations.
Yeah.
We also know how Clone Conspiracy is going to end, because frickin' Ben Reilly, Scarlet Spider's getting his own damn book. Jesus, Marvel, you gotta frickin' stop this. It's like they're so afraid we're not gonna pick up the next issue, they gotta tell us what the twist is in advance.
It is. It's like with DC. Like, you see their solicitations, they give away nothing, except maybe like every now and then you'll see like a cover that might give away something. But you don't know what's going to happen next. But with Marvel, you just oh yeah, I know what's going to happen for the next 2 years.
Well, it's funny. The situations totally used to be reversed. It used to be DC would
Yeah.
give shit away in their solicitations, and it would piss off writers. I remember when I was talking to Kyle Higgins back all the way when he was writing Nightwing, he was really upset that they mentioned Victor Zsasz in the solicitations. He's like, "Hey, I wanted that to be a surprise." And even Jimmy Palmiotti's bit about Jonah Hex's face getting fixed and coming to the future, yeah, they spoiled that in solicitations too. And it's like, God damn it, that was the whole point of the story, that you didn't see that coming.
Yeah, so yeah, it's reversed now.
Yeah, a lot of stuff has been reversed, over the last couple of years. Like when you and I started working online with comics, Matt, it's funny to see, how the comic industry is such a roller coaster with ups and downs, and fortunes can be so reversed.
Yeah, oh yeah, totally.
Like it used to be, we made fun of the New 52 for the stupid shit that it did, and now current Marvel, it's just like, really, guys? You're doing like 4 events at one time, really? And you're spoiling the ends, really? Come on.
Yeah.
Get your shit together, Marvel. Come on. You can do it. Do we need a Marvel rebirth? Is that the thing, Matt? Do you think they need to get their shit together in like a rebirth style fashion?
I think they do. Maybe not go so much as like rebooting the whole universe, but they need to like sort of sit down and say, all right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to have these books, and that's it for the next 2 years. And we're not going to pile in new events, and we're not going to have 20 events going at once and whatnot.
I think they need to start treating books like they treat Thor right now, which is considered consistently one of their strongest books. Just let good writers write. Stop changing the status quo every 5 minutes. Because it's hard to get invested in any story now, because it's like, oh, it's all new, all different. It's Marvel Now 2.0. It's a tie-in. It's this and that. It's like, just let good writers write, please.
Yeah, and they should also probably stop with the really heavily handed, I guess, political talk they have in some of their comics.
Now, see, that doesn't bother me, is the thing. I know we've had this conversation before. That doesn't bother me, but I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah, some of it's really good, but then there's like other stuff. Like there was, I can't remember which issue it was. That was that I know it was making fun of it, and it pissed off a lot of people, which I really appreciated. That thing Nick Spencer did recently.
Oh, at the college campus with the group of socially conscious supervillains and everything. See, that was, I think a lot of people got that one so wrong, where it's like, he's making a joke, people. He's saying like, ha ha ha, this is what people online think I'm like for making, Captain America into a brainwashed fascist. But, we can laugh at ourselves, right? And apparently, no, people couldn't laugh at that because they got all angry at him. And Nick Spencer just kind of threw up his hands and he's like, well, fuck, I guess I'm screwed no matter what I do. People are going to yell at me.
It was great.
And man, he's getting it so hard, too. I'm sure you saw that great video online of that Nazi getting punched in the head.
Yep.
That's making the rounds, and Nick Spencer being like, admittedly very much, coming from a comic superhero type place of being like, now, everyone, we can't celebrate, brutality to our fellow man, even if they're different, only for everyone to come at him and be like, but he was a Nazi, though. Like, yeah, you can be as nice and friendly as you want, but we'll never feel bad about punching a Nazi in the head, though. Any nice humanist argument you can make is kind of undercut by, but he was a Nazi. And a particularly douchey-looking Nazi, too, with his fuckboy fade haircut.
That's true.
Yeah, and his peppy pin and everything. And I'm like, I'm not going to say he was asking to get punched in the head, but he might have been asking to get punched in the head, is all I'm saying. So yeah, I like Matt starts this thing with, heavy-handed political commentary, and now let's have a 5-minute long political commentary conversation. But yeah, that's Monsters Unleashed. Here's the thing, I read the first Monsters Unleashed issue. I don't know how you felt about it, Matt. It was fine, but I don't feel like I need to finish it.
No, I know what you mean.
Like, it's fine, it's okay, but honestly, I gotta start making cuts somewhere to the pile of books I read every week, and I don't feel like there's going to be any amazing revelations in Monsters Unleashed that I need to keep reading for, especially now that I know they're just doing it to launch this new Monster Boy character into an ongoing.
Yeah, it seems like they should have just dubbed it as like a prequel.
Yeah, or even
like, just set up.
Or if Cullen Bunn had like a good pitch for a Monster Boy book, just let him write a book about a Monster Boy.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be an event.
But then again, I'm sure we would have done the same thing it always does because the Monster Boy is Asian, and I'm
Yeah.
sure we would have had many, many happy eggs on Twitter being like, well, why can't Monster Boy be white? How about that?
Oh, yeah. Why can't he be a girl?
White people like monsters. So there you go. Uh, from white to black, actually, our next story involves